Hello students, welcome back to SGC online chemistry classes. This is lecture number 5 on the topic states of matter. Well, dear students, in the previous class we have solved the sample problems on the gas laws, on the density calculation and the molar mass relationship, followed by the calculation of pressure, calculation of volume using the ideal gas equation or perfect gas equation. Well, let continue few more problems in today's class. Then let us discuss those different kinds of problems in today's class. Okay, page number 7 of the printed notes of the states of matter. Till 9th problem we have completed. 10th one, take it. So which is 34.05 milliliter of phosphorus vapors weighs 0.0625 gram at 546 degrees Celsius and 0.1 bar pressure. What is the molar mass of the phosphorus? You are asked to calculate the molar mass of the phosphorus. See, they have given volume of the phosphorus vapors, 10th solution, molar mass of the phosphorus. So these are the problems. Page number 7 of printed notes. Page number 7 of the notes. Come on, 10th solution. What it is? You have the ideal gas equation PV equals to nRT for n mole of gas. So this can be written as what? Small m by capital M into RT. So same PV equals to, here these all parameter pressure, volume, mass, RT is known except this molar mass. This you supposed to calculate. Therefore molar mass M equals to small m into R into T divided by PV. Then they were given, substitute, what is the mass of phosphorus vapors, which is 0.0625. R value, so it is 0.0821. Temperature 546, nothing but 546 plus 273, which is 819 divided by what is the pressure? They have given 0.1 bar, and volume is it is given in terms of milliliter, 34.05 milliliter. Convert that by multiplication of 10 raised to minus 3 dm cube. So here the milliliter is converted into dm cube. So on solving this, you simplify, you will get a molar mass, molecular mass of value 0.4 gram is the molar mass of phosphorus vapors. So look into this solution part. Come on, let's move to the next one. What is the next one? 11th is of different kinds. There are two methods, different ways of solving this. See, what is the 11th one? Let me read out. A student forgot to add the reaction mixture to the round bottom flask at 27 degrees Celsius, but instead he or she placed the flask on the flame. After a lapse of time, he realized his mistake, and using a pyrometer he found the temperature of the flask was 477 degrees Celsius. Then what fraction of air would be expelled out? that would be expelled out. So here again you can make use of the equation PV equals to nRT. So since here variable is the temperature, PV and volume pressure remains the same, that implies I can write this implies, since for the flask reaction content and all are there, that is N is inversely proportional to temperature. N is inversely proportional to temperature. So what I can write, N2 by N1, suppose take for the two temperatures, see N2 by N1 equals to what? You get N2 by N1 is nothing but T1 by T2. So what is the T1? So 27 degrees Celsius. 27 means 300. So 300. Then what is next? T1 is 327 and T2 477 plus 273. You get 750. You get 750. So this is what is finally T1 is 300 Kelvin, T2 is 750, and what you get is, so here you get 0.4, N2 by N1 equals to 0.4. Then come on, what next? What fraction of air would be expelled out? N2 by N1 is 0.4. The air expelled air, which is equals to 1 minus whole fraction, number of moles, 1 minus 0.4, which is equals to 0.6. See, 0.6 moles is the amount of air or the fraction of air expelled. So fraction of air, I can write fraction of air, total fraction is 1, fraction of expelled air is 1 minus of 0.4, you get 0.6. Come on, go to the next one, which is a 12th. Calculate the temperature of 4 mole of gas occupying 5 dm cube at a 3.32 bar. R value they have given. You are asked to calculate the temperature. So far you have calculated the pressure, volume, temperature, molar mass using the ideal gas equation. Now this 12th one is somewhat different. By giving the data, you are asked to calculate the temperature. 12th solution. What you are asked to calculate the temperature. From the equation you have PV equals to nRT. So calculate T. So what is T? T equals to PV by NR. PV by NR. So what pressure is given in the 12th problem? The pressure is 3.32 bar. Then what is the volume? What is the volume? Volume is 5 dm cube. N, number of moles, 4 moles. And R value 0.083. And simplifying this, you get 50 as the temperature. But you have to mention 50 Kelvin is the unit of the temperature. This is how the 12th solution. Then looking forward, 13th one. What is there in the 13th? Calculate the total number of electrons present in the 1.4 gram of dinitrogen gas. Well, you are asked to calculate the number of electrons present in the 1.4 gram of dinitrogen. 1.4 gram of dinitrogen. I repeat, calculate the number of moles of electrons present in 1.4 gram of dinitrogen gas. Come on, 13th solution. They have given the nitrogen amount as 1.4 gram. Therefore, you calculate the number of moles of dinitrogen. Number of moles of dinitrogen is given by mass in gram divided by molar mass. Mass in gram divided by molar mass. So, what is the number of moles of dinitrogen? So, you get it is 0.05 moles. 0.05 moles of dinitrogen you get. We know that 1 mole of N2 contains how many electrons? 1 mole of dinitrogen contains nitrogen, each atomic number 7, each nitrogen atom 7 plus 7. 1 mole of dinitrogen contains 14 electrons. Therefore number of electrons in 0.05 mole, which is equals to this 0.05, mole. 1 mole of any entity or a species contains Avogadro number of molecules. So, Avogadro number of molecules, and each molecule of nitrogen, not mole, it is a molecule, please. Each molecule is different, mole is different. See, each mole of a substance contains Avogadro number of particles Na into each mole of a gas contains Avogadro number of molecules, and each molecule of dinitrogen contains 14. Make it very clear. Mass of the dinitrogen is given. By using mass we have calculated moles, and we know that each molecule of N2 contains 14. 7 plus 7, 14 electrons. Therefore, the number of electrons in the 0.05 mole is nothing but 0.05 into each mole contains Avogadro number of molecules Na, and each molecule of N2 contains 14 electrons. Therefore, this is 0.05 into Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 into 14. This, on solving, I have answered directly here. On solving this, you will get an answer of 4.215 into 10 to the power 23 number of electrons. These number of electrons you get in the 1.4 gram of dinitrogen gas. Come on, look forward. 14th is also somewhat different type based on Avogadro number calculation. Let's see the 14th. After the 13th, take the 14th one. What is given in the 14th problem? How much time would it take? How much time would it take to distribute 1 Avogadro number of wheat grains if 10 to the power 10 grains are distributed each second? So you are given. So Avogadro number of wheat grains in the 14th problem. Avogadro number of wheat grains are there. If suppose 10 to the power 10 wheat grains were counted in every second, what the actual time it takes to count the Avogadro number of wheat grains? Very simple. Come on, apply your idea. Time required. So what is here you have to calculate the time required. So time required, which is equals to total grains. See, total number of grains. Total number of grains divided by what? How many grains are there distributed? Grains distributed in every second. Grains distributed. Right. So what are the total number of grains? Avogadro number. You have Avogadro number. And the grains are distributed 10 to the power 10. Come on, now what is Avogadro number? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 10. What you get here? It is 10 to the power 10. This 10 goes plus 10 when it goes to numerator minus 10. Therefore, time required, what you get is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 minus 10. 23 minus 10, which is equals to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 minus 10, which is 13 seconds. 13 seconds. These milliseconds you get. What is the unit? Second. So these milliseconds you get. But dear students, you have to convert this second into year. This you have to convert this second in units of year. How? Let's say you take 6.022 into 10 to the power 13. See, you know, a year contains 365 days and each day contains 24 hours. So each hour contains 60 minutes and each minute is made up of 60 seconds. And dividing this resulted answer by this, you get, try yourself, I have direct answer, which is 1.909. 1.909 into 10 to the power 6 year. These many years that is required to count one Avogadro mole, I mean 1 mole of wheat grains. If 10 to the power 10 wheat grains are counted every second, these many years it requires. Come on, let's go to the next problems of different kind. See, if you go to the 15th is also same, which 8 grams of dioxygen and dinitrogen given. Similarly, the different kind of problem, if you want to check 17th is also same. Then let's go to 19th, which was of somewhat different. What it is? A mixture of dihydrogen. 19th. Let's go to 19th. The problems which you have to practice. 19th one. Similar problems skipped. You practice at home. 19th one, let's take the 19th solution. Page number 719 problem. What is given in the 19th? A mixture of dihydrogen and dioxygen at 1 bar pressure contains 20% by weight of dihydrogen. Mixture 20% weight of dihydrogen. Calculate the partial pressure of dihydrogen. So well students, if they have given a mixture, out of the mixture 20% of dihydrogen is there. 20% of dihydrogen they have given. So 20% of dihydrogen in the sense mass of dihydrogen is total mixture when you compare correlated to the 100%, when you consider it as 100%. Out of 100, the mass of hydrogen is 20 gram. And the mass of remaining, which is the gas? Dioxygen gas, which is 80 gram. Which is 80 gram. So mass of dihydrogen 20 gram, mass of dioxygen 80 gram. So therefore, by taking this you can calculate the number of moles. Now number of moles of dihydrogen is nothing but, so 20 divided by 2 you get 10 mole. You get 10 moles. And the number of moles of dioxygen, what you get? 80 divided by 32. So 80 divided by 32. So you get 2.5 mole. So 2.5 moles. Come on, what n total? See, total number of moles. N total equals to number of moles of hydrogen plus number of moles of dihydrogen. 10 plus 2.5, which is 12.5. 12.5. What has asked? you are asked to calculate the partial pressure of dihydrogen. See, we know that I said in the earlier discussion how to calculate partial pressure of dihydrogen, partial pressure of H2, partial pressure of H2, same as P of H2, which is given by the formula total pressure P total multiplied by mole fraction of dihydrogen. So what is total pressure? See, total pressure is given. What is the total pressure? P total. Calculate the partial pressure of that. What is the total pressure you get? P total into mole fraction. Have they given the P total? Let's check. A mixture of dihydrogen and dioxygen at 1 bar. It is given 1 bar. P total is given 1 bar. And mole fraction. From the number of moles you calculate the mole fraction of hydrogen. It is 10 divided by total number of moles in the component, which is 12.5. So this is equals to, you get the mole fraction. I have answer of what is the mole fraction. Direct answer I have for the 19th, which is 0.8. Which is 0.8. On solving this, you get 0.8 bar is the partial pressure of hydrogen. Well, after this, let's take the 20th, where you are asked to calculate, you are asked to mention the SI unit of the quantity. They have given a quantity. You are asked to write or to find out the SI unit of quantity. Let's take the 20th one. 20th. Well, students, one, calculation of SI unit. So what the quantity they given? So they have given the quantity P, solution I am writing, P pressure, V square, T square divided by N. This is the quantity given in the problem, for which we have to find out the SI unit of this quantity. So from fundamental idea, basic idea, you know what is the SI unit of pressure? Newton per meter square, same as Pascal. So I write pressure Newton per meter square. That of volume, cubic meter cube. So meter cube whole raised to 2. And the temperature SI unit is Kelvin, K square. Whole divided by. N indicates the number of moles. So amount of substance, that is expressed as mole. Further, let's see further. Here, see Newton per meter square. So cubic meter whole raised to 2, Kelvin square. See this Newton per meter square, this meter raised to 6, Kelvin square divided by mole. You can write directly. Just one more step I am writing. See, m raised to minus 2, base is same. When the base is same, their powers, you can get Newton m raised to minus 2 plus 6 meter raised to 4 Kelvin square divided by mole. So this is the SI unit of the given quantity. Or this same can be written as Newton meter raised to 4 Kelvin square per mole, as like this. So this is how we have looked into the different kinds of problems from the NCERT exercises of page number 7 of the given printed notes. Well, dear students, the remaining which are there numerical problems for your practice, try them. Definitely you will get the answer. Now coming back to theory. After the gas laws, we have collected idea about the aqueous tension and all. So one more part which has a deleted, but it appeared many a times in the CET part, which is different types of molecular speeds. That part let's discuss. This is a deleted part, but even though is important for competitive exam. What? Different types of molecular speeds, deleted portion. It's not there in the theory. Make it very clear. Different types of molecular speeds. See, different types of molecular speeds. Different types of molecular speeds. Deleted part. This is the deleted part. Deleted part for 2021. For the year, deleted part for the year 2020-21 academic year. This part has a deleted. But get an idea. In the competitive exam, it will help you. There are 3 different types of molecular speeds, dear students. One is most probable velocity. Most probable velocity or most probable speed. Most probable speed. Most probable speed, velocity. Second, it is indicated as UMP. Next, average speed, UAV. And the third one is RMS speed or velocity. No difference if they were said velocity. RMS speed or RMS velocity, URMS. So as a point of note, most probable velocity is calculated by the formula. It is calculated by the formula square root of. You have a formula. That formula is 2RT by M. So 2RT by M. Since PV equals to RT, the same formula can be written as a 2PV by M. 2PV by M. So coming to the average, what is this most probable velocity? What is the meaning of most probable velocity? It is the velocity possessed by the maximum number of molecules of a gas at a given condition. The velocity possessed by the maximum number of molecules of a gas at a given condition is the most probable velocity or a speed. It is calculated using the formula under root of 2RT by M. Then what is this average speed? The word itself says average. The average of speeds of molecules of gas at a given temperature is called average velocity, and average velocity is calculated by using the formula under root of 8RT by M. Under root of 8RT by M, and since PV equals to RT, the same equation can be written as 8PV by M. Then looking to the RMS velocity, it is nothing but root mean square velocity. RMS in the sense root mean square. Short form is RMS. So root mean square velocity. The square root of mean of squares of velocity of the molecules of a gas at a given temperature is called root mean square velocity. Root mean square velocity. What is the formula to calculate the root mean square velocity? It is under root of 3RT by m. Under root of 3RT by m. This is same as, since same PV equals to RT, I can write 3PV by m. So these are the formula to calculate these different kinds of molecular speeds, namely most probable speed, average speed, and root mean square velocity. Finally, one relation which you have to remember. What is that relation? The relationship between, relationship between the molecular speeds. What is that relation? You have UMP, which is V bar. What is that? Average velocity. Average velocity, which is equals to, average velocity equals to 0.921 times RMS velocity. Average velocity, which is equals to 0.921 times of RMS velocity. RMS. And second one is most probable velocity, UMP, which is equals to UMP, which is 0.816 times of RMS velocity. So these are the relations. But I told you already, this portion has deleted, but for the competitive exam, you must know most probable velocity, average velocity, and RMS velocity. Well, students, after collecting these different kinds of molecular speeds which have been deleted for the year 2021 academic year, and one more part for the competitive exam purposes, CET NEET exam purposes, is the calculation of kinetic energy. Is the calculation of kinetic energy. Kinetic energy KE, which is given by the formula 3/2 times of RT. 3/2 times of RT for 1 mole of gas. 3/2 times of RT for 1 mole of gas. This is the formula which has derived from the kinetic gas equation. Kinetic energy expression, kinetic energy of molecule of a gas, which is given by Ke equals to 3/2 times RT for 1 mole of gas. And this for n mole of gas, it is going to be 3/2 times of nRT. So this is for n moles of gas. The same kinetic energy expression for 1 molecule of a gas, which is given by 3/2 times of Kt for 1 molecule of a gas. So where K is a constant called Boltzmann constant. It is a constant called Boltzmann constant. What is this constant? Boltzmann constant with value 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 23 joule per Kelvin. So, well, before I conclude today's class, in the today's class or today's lecture, we have covered the different kinds of problems using the kinetic gas equation, using the other gas equations. Then lastly, the deleted portion of different kinds of molecular speeds as most probable, average, and RMS velocity followed by one equation over the calculation of kinetic energy called kinetic energy expression 3 by 2 times of RT for 1 mole, 3 by 2 times of nRT for n mole of gas. Well, dear students, in the next video we are going to collect very important theory for a gaseous matter given by Alfred Bernoulli. We shall have in the next video, which has a weightage of 3 marks in the examination. Very important part. Let discuss in the next class. Thank you.